I never thought I would end up having to have the police keep you out of my house. I can't believe that you're my mother-in-law. Huh? What are you talking about? What did I do? Are you really trying to play dumb right now? I actually thought about reconsidering if you quickly apologized, but clearly that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's as you say. I have no idea what you're talking about, Phoebe. You come over here every day and steal. It doesn't matter what it is. You have no qualms about stealing things. I'm tired of it. Huh? I am not going to deal with this any longer. I'm calling the police. Why do you think I did that? Isn't it obvious? The only one who doesn't live in this house who has our key is you. I mean, yes, I have it for safekeeping, but I haven't used it a single time. Do you really think I'm going to believe that? I'm not trying to make you believe anything. I'm in the hospital right now. Huh? The hospital? Yes. I'm going to be hospitalized for about a week. I didn't want to worry you, so I kept quiet about it. So you've been slipping out of the hospital to continue your stealing streak? Are you crazy? Of course not. I'm not allowed to leave the building. But then, who did this? Have you reported the thefts to the police, Phoebe? Not yet. I figured that if the thief was in the family, we should be the ones to deal with it. If we could get the culprit to give back the things they stole, I thought that would be fine. Brian is aware of this too, right? Yes. I'm going to talk to Mom soon as well. I hadn't wanted to talk to her about it at first because I wanted to try to resolve it myself first. But now I guess there's no real choice anymore. So, I'll talk to my mom about it. Sorry for doubting you. You don't need to apologize. I think I would have done the same thing if I were in your shoes. What was stolen, anyway? Well, first it was some of my perfume and makeup. That does make it sound like the culprit was a woman. Yes, that's what I thought at first, too. But then they got more brazen, going as far as stealing some of our appliances. Really? They're going that far? Yeah. My hairdryer and curling iron are gone, too. Yesterday, our toaster oven vanished as well. I'm getting more and more worried. I'm already not able to do my daily routine, and who knows what else is going to be stolen. In a panic, I just texted you with that accusation. Is that the extent of what was stolen? Nothing else is missing? Yes. I'm pretty sure everything else is accounted for. What in the world is going on? For those sorts of things to be stolen is extremely strange. You definitely need to contact the police. Yeah, you're right. I do. Now that I think of it, you don't think Jane could be the culprit, do you? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would she steal her own family's things? All she would be doing is making herself look worse for no real benefit. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely scary, though. Have you thought of putting up hidden cameras or something like that? Yeah, I thought about doing that, but getting those cameras would be really expensive. So I've been hesitant to pull the trigger on that idea. You might be able to rent them for less. You can just return them after you catch the culprit. I'll look into that. That's a good idea. Thanks. What hospital are you in? I can come to see you. Please don't trouble yourself. I'll be discharged pretty soon anyway. What were you in there for, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, it was just some stomach trouble. They mostly wanted me there for observation because of my age. Don't worry about it. Observation or not, if you were in the hospital, I can't just forget about it. Being a bit worried for you is reasonable, I think. Don't you think you have enough to be worried about as it is? Just think about your own concerns and don't worry about me. Okay, I understand. Well, once you're out of the hospital, let's do something to celebrate your recovery. That sounds like a wonderful idea. I'll look forward to it. Barbara, things haven't gotten any better. I'm still at a loss here. I rented some cameras and put them up around the house, but the entire time I had them up, nothing happened. And yet, the day after I returned them, the thief returned and more things were stolen. What? The only people who knew about me returning the cameras were me and Brian. You're not telling me that Brian was the culprit after all. I talked to the police, and after some investigation, they concluded that the culprit had to have come from the family. They even dusted for prints and didn't find any that weren't from our family. But that doesn't mean much. The thief could have just been wearing gloves. I mean, I did place a camera at the entrance of the house, too. Since we're only renting this place, I didn't think it was a good idea to go overboard on anything, but it seems like it didn't really help at all, huh? It might be better if you moved out of your house into a secure apartment complex. Someplace with an entry gate. With this whole thief problem popping up, it's caused a serious spike in our expenses. I'm not sure if we can really do that at the moment. I guess that's true, isn't it? I guess if it's come to this, it could really only be Brian, couldn't it? Maybe he ended up having some trouble with money that led him to it? Phoebe, I'm sorry. I've been actually keeping quiet about something this whole time. Huh? What do you mean? Well, the thing is, I recently got a present from him. I don't see what's so strange about that. He's your son. Shouldn't that be normal? Well, he got me a really expensive name-brand handbag. I think he might have stolen those things to help pay for it. If that's really what he did, I don't see why he couldn't have just talked to me about it beforehand. We could have worked something out. This isn't the only time he's done this, though. Huh? I told him multiple times that I can't keep accepting gifts, but he just won't listen. He seems obsessed with giving me things. I had no idea. He asked me to keep it a secret from you. I'm really sorry. Could you not tell him that I told you? I understand. I hope he hasn't been giving other women gifts with that sort of fervor. I'd like to believe he hasn't. But, wait, hold on a minute. What is it? For him to steal the things he did from our house and sell them, I don't think he would have been able to buy something that expensive. His salary isn't high enough to just let him make such a huge purchase by selling a couple things. I suppose not. He may have also done other things to make the rest of the money. No, he can't have possibly. As his mother, I am horrified at his actions. I can't apologize enough. No, there's no need for you to apologize. It's not your fault. He may be your son, but remember that he's an adult too. You shouldn't be putting the blame on yourself for what he does. They're his choices to make. This really is a problem, though. If my son turns out to be a criminal, how am I going to explain this to the neighbors? I can understand that. It's never nice to have to admit that someone in your own family is a thief. Well, what do you intend to do now? Well, I don't really want to do anything too drastic myself. So I'm going to start by talking to Brian directly first. If he doesn't own up to it, I'm afraid I might have to consider a divorce. Yes, I understand that. I do hope he comes clean without much trouble, though. I've been his wife for 5 years now. I should have no trouble telling if he's lying. Let's hope it's that easy. I'll decide whether or not I need to get the police involved after I speak with him. Okay, I understand. How have you been feeling? It's been a little while since I was discharged from the hospital, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank you for asking. That's good to hear. Don't go pushing yourself, though, okay? I'll be careful. Thank you. I know what's been going on, Brian. Huh? You're the one who's been stealing things. Phoebe is calling the police to arrest you as we speak. What? Why? Why in the world would I be stealing things from my own house? You gave me that fancy handbag, remember? I talked with Phoebe about it, And since then, I've just been doubting you more and more.
Why? That was a Mother's Day gift.
There wasn't a single fingerprint from anyone outside the family, right? No matter how you look at it, things aren't looking very good for you.
But shouldn't that be the same for Phoebe? We'd both be worthy of suspicion.
The timing of when Phoebe put up and took down the hidden cameras is too perfect with when the theft started up again. Suspicion is really piling up against you, I hope you realize.
That doesn't make sense at all. How could anyone make a lot of money from selling those heavily used, rundown appliances?
Well, if they stole some of the newest things you had, couldn't they fetch a high price?
Maybe, but we don't have anything new like that. Our toaster oven that was stolen was over 5 years old, and we'd been using it constantly. The only place I imagine you could sell the things that were stolen would be at a thrift store, and you're certainly not making much money there.
I guess that is strange, isn't it?
And the hairdryer? We actually do have a newer, more expensive one, but the old one was the only one stolen.
Really? Are you saying that the culprit's motive wasn't money, then?
I can't say for sure, but we certainly can't rule it out.
I'm sorry. It just seemed so strange. And I guess I thought you were a bit suspicious.
Honestly?
You can't blame me for thinking that, can you? You got me that super expensive handbag. I couldn't believe that you could afford something like that.
Why not? I'm making quite a lot of money, remember?
You are?
Yes, I'm making $25,000 or so.
What are you talking about? That's nowhere near a lot of money. That's practically at the poverty line.
No, that's how much I make every month.
Huh? Really?
If we take into account bonuses, I generally make a good bit more than that, too. That designer handbag I got for you? It might seem pricey to some, but that amount was practically pocket change for me.
So that means there's absolutely no reason for you to be stealing things, then?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. There's no reason I'd be trying to secretly sell off our appliances for the pittances they get.
This is really troubling. I was accused as well, since I'm the only one who has a spare key to your house. I really hope we can get this resolved soon.
Do you mind if I stop by tonight? There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, sure. I'll be around. Brian denied being the thief. He said there's no way it could be him. Yes, it seems that way. I'm done. I give up. This has caused enough trouble for everyone. Are you sure? Yes. I'm tired of having to suspect my own family. It sounds to me like you want to shut the door on this case before suspicion falls on you. I'm sorry? Brian came by and talked to me recently, and we talked about a number of things. After talking it through, we decided to hire a private investigator and have them look into you. What? Why would you do something like that? Because you're the one stealing things. Don't try to play dumb at this point. No, it's not me. Oh, is that so? Then why don't you explain to me something about this apartment you've been renting? My apartment? That's where you use the appliances and cosmetics you quietly snuck out of the house with. Isn't that right? To think that you've been acting as a housewife while also keeping another man hidden someplace else. So you're telling me you found out about everything, then? Yes. The investigator Brian hired was tailing you. When he gave us his report, I was so surprised that I almost collapsed from shock. I've got to say, I'm pretty shocked myself. Huh? What nonsense are you going on about? You're the one who did this! How could you be surprised? I was surprised when I saw the report from the investigation into you. What? Me? I felt like your actions had been pretty suspicious for a while now, so I had Brian get an investigator to look into you. Wait, huh? I'm confused.
You're the one who had a tail put on them, not me.
Incidentally, I'm not renting an apartment of any kind. Oh, I should also mention that the whole theft issue was all a lie from the start.
What?
Setting up cameras, talking to the police, having them dust for prints. That was all made up. I didn't do any of it.
You tricked me? How could you?
I could say the same to you. You lied about being in the hospital after all, didn't you? I talked to your husband about it, and he said you've been at home the whole time.
You spoke to Trevor, but he just misunderstood what was going on.
Don't try to come up with some pathetic excuse. I already know about everything.
Know about what? I have no idea what you're getting at.
You used the key to our house so you could get in and steal money, didn't you?
You think I stole money from you? I expected a crazy answer from you, but not something like this.
You think I'm joking? I laid a trap when I brought up how the culprit had to be someone in the family. You got flustered about how you might be suspected, didn't you?
No, that's just ridiculous.
You were the one who recommended I put up cameras and pushed me to talk to the police. That was all an act to try to keep me from being suspicious of you, wasn't it?
That's quite enough. I don't deserve to be treated like this.
That's my line. You knew how our rental agreement with our landlord was arranged. You knew that they came here to receive the money directly from us.
And? What about it?
It's through that knowledge that you knew that at the end of every month we had over $1,000 here in cash.
What do you mean by that? That's not a logical connection to make.
You knew and came to take a $100 bill or two every month, didn't you? You tried to make it hard to notice anything was taken.
Are you seriously accusing me again? I've told you, I haven't used the key I've been holding on to.
The landlord came today, and when we checked the envelope we keep our payment in, it was missing $200.
I have no idea how that could have happened.
Oh, really now? All of the money was there up until the day before yesterday. Now isn't that strange? It's obvious that someone stole the money yesterday.
You're a homemaker. You should do a better job keeping track of your household's finances.
It's because I do such a good job of it that we've got trouble here.
Then obviously Brian's the one who did it. Isn't that obvious?
Brian makes a lot of money already. He keeps a couple $100 on him at all times without a second thought. He's the last person who would want to go stealing from the rent for his own house.
What? Brian makes over $25,000 a month and he only carries a couple $100?
Oh, that was also a lie.
Wait, what? What was the lie? The couple hundred or the $25,000? I'm completely lost.
Brian makes just an average salary. Nothing so crazy as making $25,000 a month.
Then why did he lie and claim he made so much?
He said that to trick you into coming to steal again. We figured that if he told you that he made a lot of money, you wouldn't feel as guilty about taking more, since the amount you were taking would pale in comparison.
That was all just a ruse!
Yes, and I'd say that it worked perfectly. Thank you for cluing me in as to there being cameras for rent. They were a great help.
Wait, hold on.
No. Brian only gave you a designer handbag once, yet you claimed he gave you a number of expensive things. You remember that, right?
I'm not sure I recall.
By doing that, you were trying to find some way to cast doubt on either your own son or his wife. And I had to put up with your terrible attempts at deception, all the while seething with rage at what you were trying to do.
How dare you speak to me that way?
At first, I really had no idea why money just seemed to be vanishing from the house. I was totally clueless. I spoke with Brian about it, and he brought up the idea that you might have been the one stealing it. We came up with this plan in order to get proof of your actions.
Couldn't you have just set up a camera to watch the money instead of beating around the bush like this?
The thefts only occurred once a month, so we obviously only had one chance a month to catch the culprit. We noticed the money being stolen last month, so we wanted to do all we could to catch them this month. And you decided to come up with this ludicrous plan then. We thought that if we brought up how someone was stealing things from our house, you might end up just outing yourself out of pity. We thought that you might deny stealing any of our appliances while also using the opportunity to apologize for what you did do, since it would seem like a smaller issue in comparison. If you had done that, we probably wouldn't be nearly as angry about the situation. But no. Instead, you decided that you would try to make me or Brian out to be the culprit. Calling that disappointing would be a gross understatement. Oh, well, that's it, I guess. Looks like you found me out. That's a shame. I really enjoyed the thrill that came from the whole ordeal, too. From what the investigator told us, it seems you've been shoplifting from a bunch of stores, too. Oh, he found out about that, too. We have proof of it all. Now we can go to the police and show everything to them, but... Brian said he would prefer it if you simply turned yourself in instead. That's not happening. Really? Why don't you just stop all this already? Why would I? I've got quite the knack for shoplifting. No one has caught me doing it up until now. Is there something you would like, Phoebe? I can just as easily pick up something for you. No. Please don't make such blatant attempts to bribe me. It's not like I'm doing this because I want money or anything. If you're not doing it for the money, then why? If I wanted money, I would have sold the handbag Brian got me a long time ago. I'm in it for the excitement. My heart pounding as I walk out the door with my prize, doing my best to act casual. I must say, it's addicting. You really ought to try it sometime. Now that I think of it, you could be my lookout. How does that sound? Stop taking this so lightly. Brian spent a long time saving money to buy that handbag for you. And this is what you're doing? He shouldn't have wasted his time like that. All I would have had to do is take it, and it would have been free. Though I suppose it might have been hard to get something like that. Security in those high-class stores is always so tight. Brian told me about how there was one time in his childhood that stuck in his memory. He told me about how you were watching TV and said that you had always wanted something truly high-class from a designer recognized the world over. He never forgot about that, and did his best to save up and finally make that wish come true for you. And what do you do in response? You trample all over his feelings, brushing them aside like they're worthless garbage. Do you even understand how horrible you've made him feel from all this? He really remembered that. He really is a kind boy, isn't he? Meanwhile, you're nothing but a kleptomaniac. What's that now? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. I'm saying you're someone who just can't stop stealing. It doesn't matter if it's from a shop or a house. You just want to steal. You have a mental disorder, and you need help. What? Are you saying I'm insane or something? Then that makes me innocent. No, far from it. You can't just plead insanity for something like that. You're keenly aware that what you're doing is wrong, and you know the penalties involved. You're not going to escape your guilt so easily. Are you saying you're going to get me arrested? No! That would be utterly shameful. You're in danger of going to jail and you're worried about the embarrassment? How about the rest of the family? Brian has to live with knowing that his mother is a thief, and I have to bear that burden with him. We want to rectify the whole situation. That's why he wants you to turn yourself in. It's all fine. I won't do something like that again. I'll return the money and items I stole. I only stole the things for fun, and I haven't used any of them. So it should be fine, no? Not by a long shot. Putting aside how your logic is like that of a 10-year-old, I have no doubt you'll do it again. Please don't do this. You can look past this, can't you? We've gotten along so well up until now. Yes, but that was before I found out you were a thief. What about Brian? Is he there with you? I'm sure that if I talked to him, he would understand. Why don't you take a guess as to why I'm talking to you via text messages about this rather than in person or on the phone? He's been the most hurt by this whole incident. I understand. Look, I'm sorry. I've also spoken to Trevor about this whole situation. When he found out, he flew into a rage. I think right about now he's speaking with a lawyer about divorce proceedings. What? Why is he abandoning me? Maybe it has something to do with your complete lack of understanding of the shame of having a thief in the family? Do you think we would be able to shop at some of the stores you've stolen from like nothing happened? We've been to a lot of mom and pop shops, and with you having stolen from them, the best we could do is keep our distance from them now. You're kidding. Brian's already working on trying to reimburse the shops you've stolen from. What? I want you to imagine your son, who has done nothing wrong, apologizing in your stead and paying for what you have done. If you still want to be saved from the consequences of your actions after that, you might as well just run away now. I'm already apologizing, aren't I? The only things I'm getting from you are that you aren't reflecting on your actions at all, and that you don't really care about changing. Thank you for the 5 years I've spent knowing you. Please leave the care of Brian and your husband to me. Please, wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm begging you. Please don't leave me alone. Goodbye, Barbara. In the end, Barbara turned herself in. In total, the amount of things she had stolen from grocery, drug, and other stores were worth a bit over $10,000. Understandably, the scale of Brian's effort to repay the shops was considerable. Unfortunately, most of the neighborhood heard the news, and generally viewed our family pretty coldly after the incident. Thanks to that, Trevor, Brian, and I all decided to move someplace else. Brian changed jobs, too. Apparently, Barbara wasn't given a prison sentence for her actions, but in some ways a prison sentence might have been preferable. This whole incident lost her a house, her family, and all of her money. She had to completely start over from square one with no help. It didn't help that she was over 60 with very few marketable skills. She would have been lucky if she made much more than minimum wage. She didn't really end up managing to do much, though, as she continued her streak of shoplifting. She was eventually caught, and after enough repeat offenses, sent to prison. Perhaps that was her ultimate goal all along, but I'll never know for sure, as she hasn't tried to contact me ever since. We haven't found any evidence of her trying to get into contact with Trevor or Brian either, and I don't think she will ever try. All I hope is that she finally learns from all that she's done and lives her remaining years trying to be a more respectable member of society. Thanks for watching, everyone! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Right.
Hey, love. I was just about to text you, too. I got assigned the literal farthest school from home. I googled it and mapped it out. It takes 2.5 hours to commute there and back. I am already having an anxiety attack just thinking about having to spend rush hours stuck in traffic every day. I really wanted Shallow Waters High.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I heard they purposefully don't let you go to the schools you want. Some dumb conflict of interest issue or something. I wish I could commute with you to keep you company.
I know. I wish you could too. But oh well, it's not like I can just tell them no or anything. I have to start in 3 weeks. It'll be long and annoying, but it'll be fine. Everyone does it, right? This is what you get for living in the city.
You will get used to it in no time. Maybe listen to an audiobook or two. We should go out to eat tonight and celebrate the new chapter of your career. How does steak sound? You love steak.
Oh, that does sound wonderful. Yes. I'm feeling more like spaghetti or some sort of pasta. Were you married to steak?
Not at all. Pasta is perfect. Whatever you want. We are celebrating you.
Woot! Okay. I am headed to a bookstore now. I'll see you downtown afterwards.
Sounds good. I'll see you at our usual spot by the bell tower. Mwah! How's your first day on the job going? Have you had a full class yet?
Hey! Oh man. There are way more boys at this so-called co-op school than there are girls. It was such a contrast that I noticed right away. It's nothing like that one school I did my residency at. But the students all seem real nice. Maybe because they are all AP students? I could feel their eagerness during my algebra lesson. A palpable thirst for knowledge, if you will.
That's great. Who cares what they are like in other classes? They love you, and that's all I need to hear. And of course, why wouldn't they love you? You're great.
Well, I would like to think that they are all just good students, regardless of the subject. There is one thing I noticed today, though, that might start to bother me. If they had PE or something outdoors right before my class, they are all sweaty and tired and out of breath by the time they come to my class. They can't seem to concentrate.
I remember being like that in high school, too. It was impossible to settle down after a good, strenuous game of dodgeball. Some things never change, huh?
I guess not. I do appreciate these little things to reminisce about that come with being a teacher. Makes me smile.
Are you done for the day, then? Do you have more classes?
Yes, I am done teaching for the day. I have a staff meeting at 5:30, so I'm thinking I might be able to get out of here by 6. Hopefully. I can't wait to tell you all about today.
Perfect. Let me know when you're leaving the school. I got off early today, so I can make some food for us while I wait for you.
I love you. That would be so amazing. Especially because I won't have to cook. All right, I will text you when I get out.
Hello, Christopher dear. How are you? I was wondering if you had gotten the package I sent yet. Oh, hey, Mrs. Charleston. I'm doing all right. I'm sorry, what package? I haven't gotten anything delivered recently. Not that I know of, anyway. You haven't? All that extra for priority mailing for nothing! I hope they are just delayed and not lost along the way. I have a good friend who is a nutritionist, and she let me get in on a bulk haul for some premium vitamins from Europe or something. So I sent you some. I know how you get with allergies come springtime and pollen starts flying everywhere. She said these particular vitamins are very good for those kinds of things. Wow, thank you so much, Mrs. Charleston. You are the best mother-in-law. I really appreciate you thinking of me. I should be the one sending you vitamins. Nonsense. The king of the castle should always be in tip-top shape. Every time I talk on the phone with Hope, I could hear you coughing and sniffling in the background. You poor thing. It breaks my heart. Once you get them delivered, pop one with your meal every day. It should do you some much-needed good. You are my baby, too. I need to make sure you're healthy. Ah, that is so sweet. Hey, Mom, can you buy me a car? There's this brand spanking new model of Tesla I heard was coming out. I'm just joking. You are the greatest mother-in-law a guy could ask for. Truly. I hope so. You mean a lot to me. You know that? You and Hope are equally precious to me like my own children. We love you. How are you and Mr. Charleston? Everything going well for you? Of course. We are old, but we are doing just fine. How is Hope liking her new school? Has she told you much about it? She never tells me anything anymore. You wouldn't know it now, but she used to tell me everything in such luscious detail about everything that happens at school. I miss that chatterbox. I'm lucky she told me about this new school this time. She's getting used to it. There's the commute, which takes a lot longer compared to when she was interning. I think she's stressed out by how much time is wasted in traffic. Time that she could be spending planning for her lessons and whatnot. She also mentioned this new school has significantly more boys than girls. But she says they all seem docile because they are college-level students. All in all, she says it's a job, not a lifestyle. She tells herself it could be worse. Such a positive soul, that Hope. That makes me relieved. She has always wanted to be a teacher, ever since she was a little girl. I am proud of her for setting out to reach her dream, but I also worry because she is so thin these days. Please take very good care of her, Christopher. You are all she has there. Absolutely. She is my everything. She comes first. You know that, Mrs. Charleston. Don't you worry about Hope. You can count on me.
I know. Thank you. Don't forget to take those vitamins when they get there. I hear they do wonders. And maybe you will be telling some wonderful news by the time our next phone conversation is due.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I have to get back to work now. Take care, Mrs. Charleston. I will let Hope know you messaged. And thank you for the vitamins. I'll start taking them as soon as I receive them. Hey, sweetheart. Where are you? I just woke up and you're not home. It's Saturday. Did I forget something we were supposed to go do together today?
Oh my God, Chris. I've told you this so many times. I knew you wouldn't remember. I told you I have to start teaching some extra classes on Saturdays.
Did you? Sorry, it must have slipped my mind. I've been pretty distracted this week with work. Sleeping in today was so refreshing. Sorry you have to work today, love.
I can't believe you forgot. I must have told you every day at dinner last week. Should we get you checked out for dementia or something? I read somewhere that dementia is not only for the elderly anymore. Now we live in the digital age, and it accelerates the progress and frequency of diagnosed dementia.
That is a bit of an overreaction, babe. I wouldn't go that far. I was just preoccupied. I'm sorry I forgot.
I'm genuinely concerned about your forgetfulness sometimes. It happens too often. It might be something serious.
Ah, well. So, do you have a full day today, or is it just morning classes?
I just have the morning classes today, but I have plans to go get lunch with some of the other teachers I made friends with. Maybe dinner too, depending on how the day goes.
Oh, really? I wish I had known.
You did! Since you don't think you have dementia, you clearly chose to forget it. Also, I didn't think I needed to report to you my every plan. You're not my guardian, and I am a grown woman holding down a full-time job. I would appreciate it if you would let me spend my Saturday how I want.
Whoa. I wasn't upset because you didn't plan on staying home with me or anything. As a matter of fact, I am not upset at all to begin with. I was just wondering, Hope. Are you guys going for drinks too? To a bar? Clubbing?
I don't know. I was just gonna go with the flow. I think this will do me some good. To have fun. I don't need you hovering over me like a helicopter parent.
Babe, what is the matter with you these days? Have I done something to you? Have I done something to make you angry? If I did, then please tell me, because I have no idea what's going on. You've been so on edge the past week or so, twisting my words and getting offended at everything I say.
Stop asking me that! I have told you, no! There is nothing you did! Be a man and let it go. If I am irritated right this moment, it's because I am annoyed at your forgetfulness. What is the matter with you these days then, huh? After everything I say, you ask if I'm mad or if you've done something to upset me? People are gonna think you're totally whipped. How is that going to look at work? Stop asking me that.
All right, fine. I'm sorry. Be safe, have fun, and I'll see you when you get home. Hi, Mrs. Charleston. Can I pick your brain for a sec?
Christopher, darling! I'm a bit indisposed at the moment, to be honest. Could this wait?
Well, it concerns Hope. I can't think of anyone else to talk to but you.
This has something to do with Hope? What is it? Is she hurt?
No, she's fine. Physically, she's fine. But emotionally, she has been very irritable and sensitive to the smallest things. Especially things about me. What I say, what I do. It looks and feels like she is mad at me. So I have asked her if I had done something, or something to upset her in some way. Every time, she says no. But I know her. Perhaps not as well as you do, Mrs. Charleston, but pretty damn close. She is never home either. She goes out with her new coworkers almost every other night. And when she is home, all she does is sleep. I want to fix this for her. If I only knew how. Sometimes when I ask her, she accuses me of not being a man and not being able to let things go. Has she mentioned or said anything to you?
Me? She doesn't even call me to chat, let alone to tell me her struggles. I can't recall the last time she and I spoke on the phone.
Mrs. Charleston, I am really desperate here. I want my wife back. What do you think I should do?
Your ideas are as good as mine, Christopher. I know just as much about Hope's recent business as my dog does. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. Perhaps you can think back to when she started to be on edge. Figure out for yourself what you did wrong. Chances are you probably did. Men never know, do they? Getting bothered by a busy and tired wife, tattling on her to her own mother. Now, something like this might be what has offended Hope. Don't you think?
You have a point. I'm sorry.
If fleeting woes like these is what you felt you had to convey to me, I would suggest not messaging me altogether. For a while. A piece of motherly advice. Pull yourself together, Christopher.
Hey, babe. I was just calling to see when you might be coming home. It's really late.
I'm at the dinner, babe. We went over this morning, babe. I told you I was going out to dinner with my new coworkers. We are still eating, and there is going to be dessert. Also, it's only 11, babe. Take a chill pill, babe. I'm not a child, let alone your child.
All right, calm down. I am not overreacting. It is late, and I am worried about you. Do you need me to come pick you up once dinner is over? Let me know. I'd rather you not have to take the bus home this late.
I'm good. One of the teachers here will probably call an Uber. I'll just pool with them, or take the train back. I'll be fine.
Are you sure? I know how you can get uncomfortable with new people. It's really no trouble. I'll come get you.
Babe, I'm fine! Stop mothering me!
Okay. Be safe. I'll see you when I see you. Hey, hun. Are you held up at work again?
Oopsie, sorry. Did I forget to leave a note? I'm at dinner with the entire school board staff. The superintendent is even here. You know I had no say on this matter. I am the latest hire. I have to attend these things. This was a must. Your company has retreats and team building stuff too, right?
No, yeah, I get it. A note would have been nice, though. I have been worrying this whole time.
I know. I said I'm sorry. So anyway, I will be late. Don't wait up. Also, I won't be able to hear the phone ring, so maybe don't call again. I'll see you when I get home. Late.
All right. Be safe. Hello. Hi. Who is this? My name is Blake Tipton Jr. I am a senior at Westside High. Are you Mrs. Cannon's husband? Westside High? Yeah, that's my wife's school. Yes, my wife. She teaches math there. Why? You said you are a student of hers? Yes, I am. I'm sorry to bother you at this hour, but your wife has been taken to the ER. I was going through Mrs. Cannon's phone to find her emergency contact to call them. She told me to do it. Whoa, slow down. I don't understand what you are saying. What happened to my wife? Why was she taken to the ER? Is she all right? I have no idea. She was fine one moment, and the next moment she fell, clutching her stomach. I can't do anything right now. They need you to come because you are her emergency contact. We are in the ER waiting area connected to the University Hospital uptown. Okay, I'll be right there. Hey, Blake. First of all, thank you for calling 911 for my wife. I don't think I said this properly amidst all the chaos at the doctor's office. But there was something that kept coming back to me that I can't quite wrap my head around. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure. Go ahead. I would like to know why you were the one that called 911 for my wife. She had told me she was at a staff dinner. I have never heard of a teacher's staff dinner where undergrad students are invited, let alone allowed. They were at a bar. How would you even get in? And I would like to know why you called the 911 from a room of a roadside motel. I thought you might be able to tell me the answers to these questions before I got them from my wife.
I think it would be best for you to talk to Mrs. Cannon. I think it's better if you hear it from her.
You were clearly with her, though, right? So you must know. You must have seen or heard something. Why would it be better if I heard it from my wife? What would be better if I heard it from my wife?
I should have said, I don't want to be the one to tell you.
What?
I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm done. Seriously, dude. You should talk to your wife. Let her tell you why she was at a roadside motel. Let her explain what her stomach pain was. I'm out. I've done my part. Don't text me back.
Hope, did you leave in a cab by yourself? The ER doctor told you should be admitted. At least overnight.
Oh yeah, that'll go over nicely at my new job. Hey, Mr. Principal. I've only been working here maybe 4 months, but I really need to use my paid time off to stay at some hospital for literally nothing. Of course I left. I called a cab and got the hell out of there before they could force me to stay. Would you want to be fired for something as stupid and unnecessary as being hospitalized for stomach cramps?
How are you being so righteous right now?
What do I have to be guilty for? I don't want to stay the night at a hospital.
The doctor told me what could have caused your stomach cramps. He said it is seen most commonly in patients who admitted to having very rough sexual intercourse. So, like a dummy, I asked the student who you were apparently with. And he basically told me to F off. His exact words were, "I'm done." He told me to ask you and get answers from you. He seems to think you will be better at explaining. Or covering something up, maybe. What do you have to say about this, Hope? Can you please tell me why you were taken to the ER from a motel? And why a student of yours was the one to call 911? You told me you were at a dinner with your co-workers.
Fine. If you have to hear it from me, here it is, Chris. It is exactly what this looks like. That's why I was at a motel with Blake. And that is why he called 911, and that is why I had to go to the hospital. Whatever inappropriate, sick, kinky thing this looks like to you, this is that. You happy now?
Are you out of your damn mind? Hope, he is a child. Not only did you have an affair, but you had an affair with a minor. That is a felony, Hope. What were you thinking?
That's just it. I wasn't thinking. Unlike with you, I didn't need to think about my feelings for Blake. I just felt it. Did you know love is supposed to do that? Because I didn't. I never felt the love for you, or from you, Chris. Love makes you stupid and blind. And that is what I have with Blake.
You are absolutely delusional. Where are you right now? Are you at home? Are you headed there?
Oh my God, Chris. I may be whatever you want to call me right now, but I'm not an idiot. Why would I go home? Straight back to my life with you? Now that the cat is out of the bag, I guess this is as good a time as any. I have been planning on leaving you, so it might as well be tonight. Don't call or text me anymore. I will send someone to collect my things sometime. Bye, Chris.
You knew all along, didn't you, Mrs. Charleston?
Hello, Christopher.
No what, dear? You knew all along that Hope was having an affair with one of her high school students.
Oh.
Wow. I'm gonna take that as an obvious yes. Is that why you told me to stop messaging you with stupid things last time? Because you were afraid you might let something slip?
I'm sorry, Christopher. I truly am. But what can I do? What could I have done? I am still Hope's mother. Whoever she falls in love with, I cannot change her mind. And as her mother, I support her. It is my job. It always has been, you know. Whether I agree with her decisions or not is irrelevant.
But Mrs. Charleston, a minor! She had an affair with a child. If you had any idea, any inkling about her having an affair with a minor, yes, you most definitely should have done everything you can to stop that. Unconditional motherly love and blind support does not apply here, Mrs. Charleston. You are an accomplice to a felony. Do you understand that? Don't you dare lecture me on motherhood, young man. Frankly speaking, yes, I should have stopped her from committing a felony. And perhaps I would have been more inclined to put an end to it if you were man enough to support my argument for such. But who are you? You come from nothing. You know Blake is the son of the CEO of Tipton Steel. Your grown man specs do not hold a candle anywhere remotely close to Blake's. And that is just considering your backgrounds. Do you know who the last cover model for Teen Magazine was? It was Blake. He is the whole package. Age was more than simply a number, in this case. Don't you agree? No mother would say no to her only daughter hitting the quite literal jackpot. Take your losses and go whine somewhere else, you petty child. So you've met him? You two have been introduced and all? I have met him, yes. I must say, I do wish Blake were a few years older. But at this point, what is done is done. I am Hope's mother, and I shall see her be happy. Above all else, don't make a fuss and just sign the divorce papers once they arrive. They are well on their way. Oh, I was never going to make a fuss about divorcing her. What good is a cheating, disloyal wife that I would want to keep her? But now that you've told me so much, I feel like I want to delve into this matter deeper. I will get to the bottom of this, one way or another. I will see this through. Thanks, Mrs. Charleston. This has been very informative. What are you playing at here, Christopher? Well, why don't you wait and see? Wow, you can really see how the students are very vocal about how you treated them during the 4 short months you were teaching there. All these documents in one place. So easy to paint a clear picture. Don't you agree, Hope? What the hell, Chris? Oh my god, you are such a sore loser. This is a new low. Ugh, why can't you just be a real man and deal with it? I can't believe you posted those so publicly. You're right, I could have manned up. But then, you know me. I come from a no-name family with basically no education. So I guess I just don't know how to be a real man. Then I realized, as a sad, lowly peasant, I have nothing to lose. I lost my wife, to a kid no less. Why not spend whatever energy I have in me to expose you, I thought. Your coworkers were pretty eager to tell me everything they knew as well. How you met your little boy toy, Blake. My coworkers? You've been asking around about me to the people I work with? Of course I did. I went down the list of your coworkers from principal to janitor. You know what was funny that I discovered? Not a single employee of Westside High School thought of you as friendly, or kind, or even approachable. What the hell have you been doing the past few months? I know all those staff meetings were a lie, but did you try at all to acclimate to your new job? Christopher, what have you done to my daughter? You have ruined her reputation. Have you any idea how hard she worked to be a teacher? It was her childhood dream. Why, yes, Mrs. Charleston. I am sure it was little Hope's aspiration from a young age to become a teacher. I'm sure she foresaw herself shape other young minds by taking bribes from her students for better grades. Of course, the bribes I am referring to here is that of an exclusively sexual nature. I have no doubt that, from a young age, Hope has most certainly aspired to use her position as an authority figure to get what she wants. I even saw the midterm she graded. Props to you, Mr. Tipton Jr., for handing in a blank exam and getting a perfect score. Please read those documents I shared with you. It's all there. Signed by the chair of the BOE and everything. God damn it, Mrs. Cannon. This is not what I signed up for, dude. What the hell am I gonna tell my mom, Hope? I mean, Mrs. Cannon. If everyone knows, there go my scholarships and scouts. Ugh. Don't worry your little head just yet, Blakey. You still have time before the school has a parent-teacher conference about you. They can't make a hasty decision about a wealthy student such as yourself without pretense of a meeting. You know falsified grades is taken very, very seriously by the Board of Education, right? Somebody is going to prison for this. At least 3 years, I hear. But all in due time. The meeting will happen soon, and I hear it will happen quite publicly, too. I would love to see your prominent CEO father's comments on this matter. Man, have you guys messed with the wrong... I may not be a man, but oh, I sure am crazy.
Chris, I think you need to calm down. This is too much. I can see you're upset, and rightly so. But calm down and think about this. Please. Can we talk about it in person? I'll come to you. Hope is right, Christopher. I understand you have every right to be angry right now. But this is unbecoming of you, especially to lose it in front of the child involved. You and Hope should really hash this out in person.
Nah, I've held it in too long. I have always tried to be the peacemaker, quick to apologize for the sake of our relationship, rather than my own ego. But I can see that was a big part of why it has come to this point. My wife mistook my being docile for being a pushover. I will show you what vengeance I actually harbor. You will see and feel my revenge for as long as you live. I kinda like this unleashed side of me, don't you? Isn't this fun? Let me give you one last piece of friendly advice to you, Hope. Go have a fun, happy little life in prison with your boy toy and be sure to put a tight leash on him, because who knows where he will wander off to once he realizes you are nothing but an old hag. That is, if you get out of prison before you are 40. After that, my divorce was finalized smoothly, and things are settling back to my pre-marriage norm. The school board has made the easy and necessary decision of firing my ex-wife for her inappropriate behavior with a minor student and falsified grades she has been giving out in return for her favors. The Tiptons, Blake's parents, have filed a lawsuit against Hope, and while the investigations were ongoing, the police discovered more and more evidence of falsified school records elicited by Blake. He has now been indefinitely suspended from school, until yet another meeting has been conducted. There is no doubt that, even if he is tried as a minor, the things he has done will follow him into adulthood and haunt him for a long, long